Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to my channel, Roseology. So, before I get into the intro and all of that, I first want to say that we hit 90,000 subscribers, I think like sometime last week. But I just want to say before we get to 100,000 that I just love you guys so much, my soul family. You guys are such a blessing in my life. I'm so thankful every single day to the universe, to God, to my ancestors and angels and guides for you guys being in my life and for me coming in you guys' life. Thank you so much for opening up your hearts and your homes and your ears to me. I really do feel like I have a family. I've always kind of felt a little bit alone, but I really feel like I have a family that really gets me and understands me, and it's such a beautiful thing. I do have my own physical family that I love very much, but it's really nice when you can find family outside of your own blood relatives that you really relate to, and so it's really such a blessing. I cannot thank you guys enough for the amazing community and space that we've built here over the last going on 2 years. We haven't even hit 2 years yet. So I think we'll hit 2 years in March 2021 that this channel has been up. So thank you guys so much from the bottom of my heart. So today's video, we are consulting a higher intelligence for advice, guidance, and direction as to what comes next in your life or what you need to do next in your life. Now, when I refer to higher guidance, I'm talking about angels, guides, ancestors, spiritual entities, and energies that are highly advanced beings, because there is a hierarchy in the spiritual plane where certain beings are much more advanced than others. And the more advanced or enlightened a being is, the more they can see in terms of past, present, and future. And they can offer a lot of insight. So just like us, when we become more self-aware, we're able to see more, to comprehend, and to know more. It's the exact same thing with spiritual entities. Now, I never appropriate my readings up here on YouTube as a way for you to decide what to do with your own life. Here on my channel, I aspire for my readings and content to be fully interactive for you guys. Whereas you are listening to the messages in the reading, it's not just me using my intuition, but you are also exercising your own intuitive voice. And that's what makes these general readings so much more personal and able to resonate even more, is the fact that you are not coming to me or anyone else searching for the answers, because you're aware that these answers are already within you. But it's more like a collaboration in a sense, where I'm kind of pulling these answers out to your conscious surface, your conscious psyche. That the way it's like kind of pulling them out from the unconscious and the subconscious more so into your conscious frame of mind. And so I'm not here to give you guys answers. I'm here to help you remember things you already know but have forgotten. So think confirmation and not information, okay? I never want you guys to see me as like the answers. Like I have to keep coming back to Roseology's YouTube channel. I have to keep coming back to Hazel. That the way, I can figure out what I need to do with this, and this. If you guys feel like you have to keep coming back to me, I'll already know right then and there, like, I'm not doing my damn job. I'm definitely not doing my job. Every now and then I'll get comments saying, I really don't like the sound selection. It's kind of a little overwhelming for me trying to pick a pile. You guys, like I said, everything on my channel is interactive. So I add certain things, like during the meditation, it's going to be clear like this, where you get to focus on the piles, because some people don't like to use crystals. Other people like to use crystals. I'll be incorporating crystals. Some of you guys are clairaudient like me, where you like to use sound to pick your piles. So it's completely up to you. All the timestamps are left down below. That the way you can control the entirety of this reading, okay? And right now at this time, you guys, I'm not accepting personal readings. Thank you guys so much for your patience. I've actually been working really hard at starting something that you guys will see hopefully within the next couple of months here. I'm shooting for January 2021 to kind of debut this. But yeah, so just wait around for that. But once that kind of gets off the ground and gets going, then I think I'll have some more time to kind of get back to these personal readings. Okay, let's go on ahead and get to the disclaimers, you guys. So tarot, or at least my readings, are not meant to tell you anything that you do not know, as much as they are here to confirm the things that you do know but have forgotten. So if something does not resonate, then either that part of the message is not meant for you, or you might not be ready to hear it. Tarot is going to reveal truths about our energetic frequencies, and we have to be ready and willing to hear those truths in order for these messages to resonate. Okay, so take what resonates and leave the rest. For those of you that want to participate in this meditation, let me just say, like I always do, that this is a general reading for the collective. So in order for this reading to resonate with you, you need to be synced into the energy of this reading. Please do not try to force any sort of message to resonate if it's not resonating. Maybe it's not time, maybe it hasn't happened yet, maybe you're not at that place yet, or maybe it's not for you. This is a general reading, okay? So to help you guys sink into the energy of this reading and to help you select a pile with your third eye, not your physical ones, I will be offering a 60-second meditation. 30 seconds into that meditation, I'll be placing crystals for those that like to pick piles with objects on them. If you are drawn to another pile, that's because there's another message for you in that pile. So if you're already, get into a relaxed position, become aware of your entire body. Start with your feet and work that awareness up in sections from the feet to the head. Then take a deep breath in through your nose for around 5 seconds. Hold that breath for 3 seconds, then exhale for 6 to 7 seconds. Then ask your guides, spirit, ancestors, the universe, or all of them to connect you to your higher self so you can receive advice, guidance, and directions from higher intelligence. So this is pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, pile number 4, and pile number 5. And we'll start that meditation right now. So here on pile 1, we have azurite and malachite. On pile 2, we have fuchsite. On pile 3, we have ice cube calcite. On pile 4, we have citrine. And on pile 5, we have smoky quartz. Hopefully that meditation was enough time for you to pick a pile and tap into your own psychic awareness. I want to take this time to thank your guides, my guides, our higher self, and beautiful spirit for these messages today. Now let's see what advice higher intelligence has for you, and I will meet you over at your pile. All right, in pile number 1, welcome to your reading. So we're going to be starting off through tarot cards before getting to your oracle cards to see the personal directions that are coming in, trickling down from higher intelligence to you for your life. So let's go ahead and check out your tarot cards. The very first one that we have here is the Knight of Wands. And then the Chariot. All right, pile 1. So whatever you've been wanting to do, do it. The Knight of Wands is all about action. The Knight of Wands is the essence of Wands energy manifested. Very active, determined, ambitious, focused, assertive. And the Chariot is another card that's also all about action. The card that comes before the Chariot, though, is the Lovers, and that is the card of choice. Now that the choice has been made, the Chariot comes in to act on that choice, to solidify it, to put themselves out there and make it known. Now, my pile 1s, you may have been sitting on this idea or feeling or project or next step for a long time because you realize the commitment that comes prepackaged with this choice. The responsibility of it may overwhelm you or intimidate you, but higher intelligence is saying that you are built for this. You were designed to be able to fully take on this role or job or goal, whatever this may be. They are saying to go after it with a fierceness and to put yourself out there. The responsibility will always be there, but you are equipped to take it on, and it will not consume you. It won't drag you away from your other goals or from your personal life or your relationships, the other things in your life that are very important to you. You are able to do and juggle both, as well as this higher guidance is highlighting solar plexus chakra work for you. Really diving into what may intimidate you about this level of commitment or responsibility. I just heard for you too, when you start moving, results will start moving or showing themselves, as well as to journal. Journaling is very, very good and important for my pile 1s. But yeah, this is all dependent upon you starting pile 1. Another thing too is you're going to have to really be on top of your self-doubt. That may be why the journaling thing just came through. This Knight of Wands is also doubling as a strategy to use against your own inner voice of doubt. And this is why I keep saying solar plexus work for you as well. This is the chakra or energy center that processes our willpower, identity of self, confidence. A lot of manifestation has to do with the solar plexus. Honestly, all the chakras are tied into manifestation and what we are able to manifest, but solar plexus is the energy center that processes faith, the faith that we have in the self. So higher intelligence is also saying through this Knight of Wands to be strategic in how you manage and deal with your beliefs, the beliefs that you have in yourself. The Chariot is also ruled by Cancer and the Moon. So this is about being emotionally transparent with yourself and being able to assess, to self-assess why you feel how you do. So there is a little bit of emotional discipline that needs to come in here as well, that your higher intelligence is really focusing on through your pile, through your cards here. Are your feelings of what you can and cannot do based in logic, or are you allowing in illogical fears? And if you are feeling fear, I'm hearing this for you to use it, to transmute your fear by using it, channeling it into ambition. All emotions can be used. That's what they're here for, to be channeled into our tangible reality for some sort of purpose. So use that energy of what you are feeling to your advantage. For example, let's say that you're a dancer, right? And you're feeling so much fear right before you hit the stage. Let all of that emotion and energy pour itself into your performance. Don't think about it, emote it. Express it, embrace it. That's how you channel it. Fear can become this negative thing when we think about it or overanalyze it. Rationalizing fear only stops us from moving. But if you allow that fear to course through you as you are moving, as you are progressing, as you are working towards something that you love or are interested in, then that fear starts to dissipate because it becomes a part of what you are creating or manifesting. So the key for you, pile one, is not stopping. Feel what you feel, but do not let it stop you. That's really something that higher intelligence is like pressing with your reading here. Okay, let's go ahead and see your oracle card. So we have divine masculine. You guys see that? So again, with the divine masculine energy here, it's all about movement. The number 5 may be very, very the The number 5 may be very, very as well, like prominent for you. You may see 5 a lot, repeating 5s. You may be born in the month of 5 or on the day of the number 5, something like that has a number 5 in it. You may be a life path 5, something like that. But yeah. 5 I'm picking up here. Oh wow, and look, we have the divine masculine card. It says 32 and that equals 5, so that's interesting. Okay, but yeah, so with the divine masculine card here, this energy, divine masculine, is a force to be reckoned with. It is a literal force channeled or focused onto one target or goal. Divine masculine yang energy is highly effective because it's all about action. Divine feminine gives us a space and opportunity to dream up and create, and the divine masculine comes in and pronounces that dream or goal until it manifests. And this is a process that's actually called involution. It's the opposite of evolution, and this is something that I've been studying heavily recently, is the art of involution. And there's this theory out there about how all of the universe was formed was by some creative force, the Most High, God, Spirit, the universe, whatever you call it. This creative force that focused all of its energy until it broke its own self down to its own fundamental essence. In other words, God had to reduce itself to a single like molecule or an atom in order for everything we see to exist today. So this is your guidance, pile 1, is to involute your goals, make them bite-sized so that they're more digestible for you and not so overwhelming or intimidating. One track mind to the finish line. That's really what you need here, okay? So what I'm going to do for you guys is, because I feel like your chakras here is something that's really kind of coming through, I'm going to shuffle a couple of chakra cards, and then I'm also going to shuffle some angel cards over here. Okay, so the very first one that we have is the heart chakra, and it's the card of trickery that came out. And like I said, for your pile, I also picked up on solar plexus work as well. So the first one is the heart chakra. Let's get another one. And then we have here creation, and this is the crown chakra. Okay, so we have crown chakra, heart chakra. Let's get another one. Okay. We also have passion, which is the sacral chakra. And then gossip again with the heart chakra. Okay, so yeah. Like I was picking up, you guys are definitely, this is all about making your dreams bite-sized. And we do have the crown chakra creation card right here. 2 heart chakra cards, one with gossip and trickery. So with the heart chakra, you guys, another message is coming through from higher intelligence is watch out for, and underneath the deck, again, we have heart chakra coming through with perception. So yeah, again, we've got a lot that's really talking about being sure that you're being careful about the people that you are surrounded by, because there could be something here where somebody's not keeping it all the way real with you. Maybe they are a little bit gossipy, or this could be you gossiping, but it doesn't feel like that. It kind of feels like something or someone around you may be a little bit manipulative with this trickery card right here. Be very careful of that. That could also have a lot to do with why I picked up the solar plexus chakra work for you, where it's like, is your willpower, is your ambition, is your confidence, is your identity being beat up on or ganged up on by these outside influences that you are surrounding yourself with? And then obviously as well, again, we have the creation card and the crown chakra. So yeah, like I said, make your dreams digestible. That the way they're easier for you to sort of pursue and kind of knock out. And then we have passion card, sacral chakra. Sacral chakra is as well all about creation. This is the energy center of the divine feminine, or where we use the sacral chakra to create things. It's also the chakra that houses our emotions and things like that. Okay, so let me also get some angel cards for you guys. Here. Very first card that we have, all is well, Archangel Jeremiel. Everything is happening exactly as it is supposed to, with hidden blessings that you will soon understand. Yeah, all is well, pile 1. All is well. And then we have here prosperity. You guys see that? Archangel Ariel, your material needs are provided as you follow your intuition and manifest your dreams into reality. You guys, again, what I was saying was manifesting, creating something. Like there is something definitely here where you guys are supposed to be creating. And that's why I'm saying take your fear and transmute it, channel it into whatever it is that you are passionate for or interested in. Whatever that is, pursue it with a fierceness. Like I said when I was just reading your tarot cards here. So again, we have creation, passion, all is well, prosperity, you guys. And so there's something here about your heart chakra staying pure and staying open. And then we have, look at this underneath the deck, remember who you are. Archangel Michael, you are a powerful, loving, and creative child of God. You are very loved. So yeah, a lot of creation here, you guys. So definitely do not get separated from your creative abilities by what it is that you're surrounded by. And if you are surrounded by people and energies and habits and things like that, that's making you kind of question what you're able to do, make sure that you create some boundaries around that. That the way you're not really falling into this trap of like, am I able to do this? Because there's a lot of second guessing and questioning yourself here. There's also a lot of fear here. And I believe that you're picking up this fear outside of yourself from other people. That could, another thing be what this gossip card and this trickery card is talking about, as well as perception. That could be another thing that these 3 heart chakra cards are talking about, is you're not receiving like a genuine advice or genuine messages from certain people around you, because what you're receiving from them is their own fear and their own limiting beliefs. They have a very it's like a tainted source of information or messages or opinions and advice that you're receiving from someone in your life. So be very, very careful of that. Take everything with a grain of salt. Take everything with a grain of salt and use your passion to create, and remember who you are, Pile 1, okay? This is all that I'm saying. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Let me take this time to thank your beautiful guides, my beautiful guides, our higher self, amazing spirit, for these messages. Hopefully you all come back to visit sometime soon, but until next time, you guys, please stay safe, stay blessed, and keep conquering the world. Bye, guys. All right, and pile number 2, welcome to your reading. So we're going to be starting off with your tarot cards before getting to your oracle cards to see what higher intelligence wants to give you in terms of directions in your own life. So let's go on ahead and get started. The very first tarot card that we have here is the 9 of Pentacles. Okay. And the Page of Wands. So I'm seeing my pile 2s here as a confused, wondering why life has turned out to be a particular way when you feel like you've learned so much, followed so much advice, and things are just not happening for you the way it is for other people. There's this feeling of being excluded, feeling overlooked, or feeling looked over by the universe. Like, where is my law of attraction? Where are my blessings? Where is my big break? There's a lot of Sagittarius energy here as well. I see you're very inquisitive and you learn or study a lot when it comes to spirituality or manifestation, law of attraction, things like that. You may have even taken some master classes or listened to podcasts frequently, read a lot of books, trying to develop more manifesting abilities here. But higher intelligence is actually calling attention to you. There's something that you do every day that is keeping you from living the life that you want to live. There's some sort of habit or routine that has flown right under the radar for you. You don't even see how this could be affecting you. You're looking everywhere else except for within you and your daily life, pile 2. 9 of Pentacles here is saying you are actively building towards something every day that you do not want. And yep, okay, yeah, 9 of Pentacles is also ruled by Virgo, as well as Venus. 9 of Pentacles is also ruled by Venus. I had to think about that for a moment there, but I know it's ruled by Virgo and Venus. And yeah, Venus is a planet of manifestation, attraction. She's a divine feminine in her most attractive form. And Virgo, it rules the 6th house. It's ruled by Mercury. So this is, Virgo is the energy that is all about service. So it's like, I reap what I sow. What I earn, it's all about what I earn, And so it's all about what I earn when we deal with Virgo energy. The work that I put in is going to reap this reward, or it's going to reap this outcome, this result. So yeah, for sure. I knew this felt like building something with small habits, and it does. Okay, so yeah, Virgo in the sixth house, as well as Mercury energy, rules a microcosm as well. So this is the law of correspondence. It's coming up here in your reading: as above, so below; as within, so without, and vice versa. This is using external methods to treat an internal system that higher intelligence is really wanting to bring your awareness to. Is stop using external methods to treat an internal system, like using a topical medication, hoping that it'll fix something more internal. There's something off with your vibration in the sense that what you're trying to attract needs a higher frequency from you. It needs you to emit a higher frequency. And this habit that you involve yourself with every day could be something like too much social media. Maybe it's your diet. Maybe it's a lack of water. Maybe you're not getting enough rest or sleep. Maybe your work to relaxation ratio is totally off. How are you preserving yourself? What do you need more and then less of in your life? Law of polarity also teaches us that. The swing of the pendulum. When something rises, something else simultaneously falls. Higher intelligence wants you to dictate more of what's rising and falling in your life, to have more awareness of it, a little bit more control over it. For many of you, you're working too much is what this is, just plain and simple. And work as enjoyable as it can be because, we're making money, taking care of ourselves, getting shit done, being independent. But at the same time, it's also work. And we cannot spend majority of our lives working and thinking at the same time that we won't be stressed, because work is labor. It's stress to some part of the being, and not in a negative way, but in a way where we are asked to put in effort in order to achieve something. So that could be mental effort, it could be emotional effort, it could be physical effort. So higher intelligence is calling a lot of attention to not what you know or study, but what you do. Because that's what's really sort of feeding into this cycle here of this is what I'm attracting. But Page of Wands for sure is like you're so knowledgeable about how to attract and how to kind of navigate your own reality, but at the same time what you're missing out on is this very small microcosmic habit that you're doing. It could be drinking too much, it could be partying, it could be smoking, it could be something that in the sense is kind of distracting you or keeping you from the life that you want to live and the life that you've been working for. I don't see it here where it's like work is the issue. It doesn't feel like that for many of you. It feels like some other tiny ass little habit that you would you're just not aware of it. It's not as easily detectable. Let's go ahead and check out you guys' oracle card here. We have, look at that, visualize. Okay. Yeah, you're definitely manifesting something, pile 2, but it's almost like it's standard shipping and it's not moving as quickly for you. Pile 2, take some time to visualize right before bed and right when you wake up how you want your day to turn out. And when I say turn out, I don't mean in terms of productivity, because you guys do get a lot done. Like I said, I'm not picking up that like your work ethic is off. Your work ethic is actually brilliant. The amount of research and study and time that you put in to what you want is outstanding. It is something else with your habits. It's something with your habits, pile 2. And because this is a general reading, it's really hard to pinpoint, but it's something with your habits. Look to your habits, look to your everyday routine. Okay. But yeah, so I'm not talking about productivity. I'm talking about how do you want to feel, so really focus on that as you're falling asleep and when you're waking up. Do you want to feel more relaxed throughout your day, or like you have more energy, or like you have more time for yourself, your family, your friends, your partner? Envision the life that you want to live and exactly what you want that to feel like for you. Really feel it, pile 2. And there's something that I learned. I don't know if I'm allowed to actually talk about this. There's something that I learned in a master class, though, basically, that I took some time ago, where it's called the 3 scenes technique, right? And basically what this is, I'm going to briefly talk about it because this is not my, I don't know what you would call this method. This isn't my method. This was actually created by somebody named Jose Silva. And basically he came up with something called the 3 scenes technique, where you imagine take an issue in your life, right? Any issue, and really exaggerate that issue in the first scene, kind of imagine that this issue is sitting in front of a the television screen like 6 feet in front of you, and you're watching this issue and overly exaggerate that issue. You know, like really feel it, really feel the disappointment, feel the frustration, feel the stress and all these things. And in the scene to the left of that, imagine another television screen where you are taking one little habit or one little action every single day to kind of lessen that issue, to kind of deal with that problem. And then to the left of that screen, on a third television screen, see this problem resolved entirely. See the life that you're living. See how it affects you positively, how it affects the people around you positively, to have this issue finally resolved, right? So there's a lot of visualization here for you that's extremely, extremely powerful for my pile twos. And this will really help to shift your vibration, because it's not the physical things. It's not that you need to go out and buy another crystal or get another reading done or stock up on some more sage or take another manifestation course. This isn't going to get fixed through money or anything material. This is all internal for you. Shifting your focus every day to what you aspire to feel will manually calibrate your own vibration. So this isn't about information either and more knowledge for you. You have so much information already. This is honestly truly about for you taking that information and applying it and shifting your vibration to it, okay? So yeah, let me go on ahead and actually shuffle a couple of chakra cards for you guys just to see if there is any additional messages here from higher intelligence. So we have throat chakra, quest, root chakra, insecurity. Then we have heart chakra, grief. And underneath the deck here we have sacral chakra, passion. Okay. Pile 2 for some of you guys, it's how you talk to yourself every day. Because this quest card right here is represented by the throat chakra, or it represents the throat chakra. And then we have your root chakra that came up here, and it says insecurity. And then we have heart chakra that says grief. So like I was saying, what I was picking up earlier, you may feel as though you're getting overlooked by the universe. Where is my blessings? Where are my law of attraction? Where is my success at? Where are these things that I've been working my ass off for? Where are these things that I've been studying for? It's like you're not receiving what it is that you're putting in, but it is because of this tiny little habit. And for very many of you, it's how you talk to yourself. It's how you talk about your reality. It's the way that you see it or perceive it to be. And that is why you're dealing with so many like disappointments and letdowns when it comes to what it is that you're manifesting. So, and this is as well also having an effect on your root chakra, which deals with our security, our survival instincts. The root chakra is all about how safe do you feel? How secure do you feel? And if you don't feel safe and secure, really listen to how you talk to yourself, pile 2. This has something to do with how you talk to yourself. And sacral chakra, for some of you guys, there's some sort of emotion here that you may be dealing with that's blocking you a bit. And it could be some sort of grief over something that has happened. Okay, so for sure, you guys, make sure that you are dealing with any sort of emotional grief, any sort of emotional blockages, any sort of emotional pain, any sort of disappointment. Don't allow that disappointment to really sit on you, because it's not you, and it's not that this is never going to happen. This is just very simply, like I said, a habit that you are investing in every single day, and this is why certain things keep turning out a certain way. Let me also get a couple of messages here from your angels. Sorry, you guys, those went flying. So let's see. Message from your angels. We have passion. Again, just like this other card over here, and it says Archangel Haniel, trust and follow your renewed passion in your love life and career. I was just wondering if something was going on with your love life. Then we have here clairaudience, and it says notice the loving guidance you hear inside your mind or from other people. Yeah, so loving guidance, you guys, like I was talking about. Watch how it is that you are talking to yourself and talking about yourself, or talking about certain situations. Like maybe you're having some issues at your job. Don't talk about all the time like, I hate my job, you know, like it just sucks there, this, that, and the third. That is going to cause you to have to process a lot more grief than what you're already dealing with. So don't put that extra sort of stress on yourself. So this is all about loving guidance that you hear inside your mind and from other people. Accept more of that loving guidance. And then we have here, you're a safe Archangel Michael. I'm protecting you against lower energies and guarding you, your loved ones, and home. So see, you even have angels here coming in and saying, I'm protecting you against this lower vibrational energy. This is definitely how you guys are talking to yourself. And let me just flip a couple of cards for your romance, for your love life, because I was wondering if that had a factor here. Look at that. We have forgiving and learning, you guys. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moment. So for sure, this could as well be some sort of grudge that you're holding against someone. Maybe somebody screwed up. And then we have heart-to-heart conversations, as well as with the throat chakra card down here. Honestly, discuss your feelings with each other. So there could be somebody that you need to talk to. It could be some sort of conversation that you need to have, some sort of something that you need to say to get off your chest, you know? So yeah, that will really help kind of free up any sort of blockages that you're dealing with emotionally, as well as vocally. And then you know what too? I'm also just now realizing, you see how there's this little devil down here and the insecurity is pointing right to the heart chakra? And then we have Archangel Michael coming in saying you are safe. Yeah, you guys are good. This is just all about shifting your emotional space. This is all about shifting the way that you talk to yourself, your emotional space and your energy. And then you're going to start seeing fast results, pile 2, like lightning fast. Okay, so this is all that I'm saying, pile 2. Let me take this time to thank your guides, my guides, our higher self, amazing spirit, for these messages. Hopefully you all come back to visit sometime soon. But you guys, please stay safe, stay healthy, stay blessed, and keep conquering the world. Bye, guys. All right, in pile number 3, welcome to your reading. So we're going to be starting off with your tarot cards before getting to your oracle cards to hear the guidance and the directions that higher intelligence has for you in your own personal life. So let's go on ahead and get started. The very first card that we have here is the 3 of Pentacles in reverse. Interesting. Okay. And then we have here the Ace of Wands. All right. So right away, with this 3 of Pentacles, pile 3, higher intelligence is saying that there's someone around you that is not in alignment with you, with this Ace of Wands right here beside it. This feels like a relationship. Vibrationally, the two of you are clashing, and this may not have happened yet in your relationship, but there's like a square energy here in a particular relationship of yours, though. And when I say square energy, I mean, like, I'm referring to astrology, an astrological aspect. When energies and planets are squaring each other, it means that they're 90 degrees apart, and they're kind of like in this like almost boxing match in terms of their frequencies. But that's kind of what this feels like here. And 3 of Pentacles as well is ruled by Capricorn and the Empress card in tarot, and there's a relationship making things a bit more difficult than what they need to be for you. It's almost like a bad influence for some of you, or like a distraction. They distract you from your goals, from taking care of yourself, from doing the things that you want to do for you. For some of you, this is a friend or a group of friends that you have known for a long time. Maybe you grew up with them, and they sort of keep you from being who you want to be, or from turning into the person that you are slowly, gradually turning into, or doing what you want to do. In relationships, pile 3, we come together like 2 roads meeting at an intersection. And as we continue moving, sometimes those roads, they break apart, and other times they go their separate ways entirely. Many of my pile 3s have reached a point in your life and journey where you are starting to split from this person or this group of people. So this could be family for sure. It could be friends, could be a romantic partner. But for some of you, I'm also picking up that this is an idol or someone that you admire. This is like a mentor or a teacher or a boss maybe. It's someone that it's someone that maybe took you under their wing and you've learned a lot from them, but now is coming to the time where you embark on your own with the knowledge that you have. This is breaking off and doing your own thing. Some of you, this is just becoming an adult, leaving your parents' house, leaving the nest, and becoming your own person, seeing where it takes you. You have a lot of adventures left to experience, pile 3, a lot, no matter your age. You have a lot of other people to meet, a lot of other lives to live, a lot of other lives to change, and it cannot happen where you are at right now. And this is so crazy because I don't remember which zodiac sign it was last month, but I got a similar message for the month of October and half of the month of November, where it's like there's this like small town energy and you're breaking away from that. Was it the Taurus reading? I think it might have been an earth sign reading. It might have been Capricorn's reading. If it was, it's crazy. But yeah, it was like there's a small town energy that you're breaking away from. And that's what I'm picking up here in your reading today, that higher intelligence wants to say to you. Your roads are separating from what you have always known, and you feel in your spirit like you have to follow it. Higher intelligence is saying, go, it's time. Or the time is fast approaching where you have to split from what you know to do your own thing. Like I said, for some of you, this is the student becoming the teacher or the master and starting to take over in their own respect. Some of you have been working somewhere and are leaving to follow your own path or to create your own business, to do your own thing. Higher intelligence is saying go. Some of you, you're leaving a relationship. Maybe you're separating, getting a divorce, breaking up, something like that. Leaving your family, moving away from them. That the way you can go off and do what you need to do. And there's also this sense of like fear mixed in with excitement, because there's like this newness that you're starting. There's this new kind of journey that you're setting off on, and you really kind of don't know what to expect, but it's just like, you have to do it. It's like, it in your bones that you have to do this. And so it's very, very imperative for you guys to move forward here with what it is that you feel called to do. This is a calling that you're answering, pile 3. That's what higher intelligence is trying to say to you. You're answering a calling. And if you haven't answered it yet, then the time is fast approaching where you're going to answer that calling, and you're going to be asked to do certain things that really don't fit in alignment with the life that you've been living. But it's going to feel in alignment with your future, though. That's the amazing thing here. Your oracle card that we have, look at that. We have insight. Okay. See, you've learned everything that there is to learn here, pile 3. You've gained so much insight and knowledge, wisdom, intel, information. You've gained a deeper understanding, so much to the point that you've surpassed the teacher. You know all that you need to take on this journey. And for you, the amazing thing is you won't be like the full card in tarot. It'll be a lot more like this new beginning, but with so much knowledge under your belt that you won't have to learn through the journey. There won't be as many bumps and bruises. Now you'll be learning anyways, don't get me wrong. We're always learning, but you'll have already surpassed certain levels. So it's kind of like getting a head start. While everyone else has to start at the full card, it's like you're starting at temperance, having mastered so much already, or at the very least, having information and experiences that many others are searching for or are accumulating right now. You're kind of like getting this head start. It's interesting too, because one of the other piles that I've already read for in this particular reading had kind of a similar message here in terms of information and studying and research and learning. I'm not going to say which one in case you also pick that pile, but this kind of fits together here. This kind of feels like that other pile kind of feels like where you're coming from, and this pile it kind of feels like where you're going if you pick that other pile as well. But yeah, this is very, very interesting here. I'm going to pull a couple of relationship cards. Okay, so let me just pull a couple of relationship cards for you guys, because I feel like relationships kind of came up a bit for my pile 3s. So let's see. I think for that other pile that I was talking about too, relationships kind of came up for that pile. I'm sorry, my dog just broke into my room. Hi, love. Okay, you guys, I'm sorry, but I was flipping a card while somebody was talking to me. But the card that came out is all about you. You guys see that? This is what I'm talking about. For some of you, you're going to be asked to kind of separate. It's all about you right now, as well as some of you are moving on in a sense where you're moving from one kind of relationship to a different kind of relationship where this new person will be all about you. But right now, it needs to be all about you. whether that means for you or somebody else in your life. Then we also have here codependent issues. You guys see this? This is what I'm saying. You're definitely tearing away from what makes you feel comfortable and safe. You're tearing away from that, pile 3. Because a codependency doesn't just mean drugs and alcohol. It doesn't just mean addiction. Codependency also can mean not feeling safe enough to explore other things. So let me see. Should I just get one more? Let me just get one more. And then we have here, think about it. So I don't know. And then social media connection underneath the deck. Okay. Now, let me just pull a couple more actual relationship cards just to see if there's any extra messages about your relationships. We have here soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. So for some of you, there is a soulmate coming through, or you're already with them. Let me just get one more. Then we have here healing family issues, your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Okay. Underneath the deck, we have worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. All right. So for those of you, pile 3, that were wondering about your love life, those are the messages that came through in terms of romance for you. But yeah, I do feel as though for very many of my pile 3s, this is really about you right now. Messages from your angels. We had 2 come out. We have hello from heaven. Your loved ones in heaven are doing fine. Let go of worries and feel their loving blessings. Okay. And then we have here crystal clear intentions. Be clear about what you desire and focus upon it with unwavering faith. Underneath the deck, we have overcoming difficulties. Archangel Jeremiel, the worst is now behind you and you are surmounting any previous challenges. Okay, and because I pulled some chakra cards for every other pile, I don't want to leave you guys out. So let's just get a couple chakra cards for my pile 2s. Very first one that came out, root chakra, insecurity. So work on your root chakra. Anything that may be going on with feelings of security, with feelings of survival, with feelings of instincts. And then we have crown chakra, destiny. Yeah, there's like a destiny. There's your destiny coming in. Like I said, you guys are answering your calling. And then we have here completion, sacral chakra. This sounds a lot like that hello from heaven card right here. So the interesting thing about this completion card is what I was talking about. This is like you moving on from that small town energy. It's your destiny. It's your destiny to move on. You may be a little bit worried about like I said, there may be a little bit of fear there with like, oh my gosh, like, but I've always known this. There's like excitement and fear mixed in together is what I was picking up. So yeah, there is going to be a lot of root chakra activity for you right now because you're feeling like, I'm so used to life being like this, but I know I have to move on to something else. Higher intelligence is coming in and saying, yes, this is for you. You are correct. There is something that you have to move on and do. There's still something else that you have to do with your life, as well as for some of you, my pile 2s here. No, my pile 3s. I'm sorry. My pile 3s. For some of you, this is your ancestors coming in as well with this completion card right here and saying, don't make the same mistake that we made by staying small, branch out. Go out, do your own thing, branch out. There's some sort of ancestors here for you that are saying, we didn't make that decision. We were too afraid or we couldn't do it. We didn't have the same opportunities. You take this opportunity. You are us in the flesh. Take this opportunity and do what we couldn't do for whatever reason. Do what we did not do for whatever reason. You have a lot of destiny to fulfill, pile 3. Okay. So this is all that I'm saying, pile 3. Thank you guys for tuning in. Let me take this time to thank your beautiful guides, my beautiful guides, our higher self, amazing spirit for these messages. Hopefully you all come back to visit sometime soon. But until next time, you guys stay safe, stay blessed, and please keep conquering the world. Bye, guys. All right, and pile number 4, welcome to your reading. So we're going to be starting off with your tarot cards before your oracle cards to hear what advice and guidance and directions higher intelligence has for you. So let's go on ahead and get started. Very first card that we have here is the universe, otherwise known as the world. I'm getting a lot of energy from this card right here. You're finished with something, pile 4, yet here you are all at the same time. It's like something is over in some way, but in other ways, you're still involving yourself in this thing. This is like breaking up with someone, but you guys still keep in touch, or you sleep together still, maybe, or maybe you're still bashing them to anyone that will listen, or maybe they're still bashing your name. It's like if you're done, be done, so you can move on from here. But it's like there's not a clean break here. There's not a clean severing here. There's still like some ligaments attached between you and something that apparently is over. Let me see. Next card that we have, look at that. Yeah, next card that we have, 5 of Cups in reverse. Cards never lie. Makes a lot of sense. So higher intelligence wants to say to you, pile 4, and I already know someone's going to feel some type of way by me saying this. So guess what? If it doesn't resonate and this isn't you, then it isn't you. And it shouldn't trigger you if that's the case. But if you get triggered, be real with yourself, because you're more than likely not being if you do get triggered by this. But you're not emotionally over something or someone, not in the way that you think you are or claim to be. You're still sitting at the edge of this chapter, ready to close the entire book, yet there's a part of you still hanging on by a thread, or you are allowing something or someone else to hang on to you by a thread versus ending it entirely. If you want to keep this going, hanging on by a thread, by all means do what you want to do, but don't lie to yourself, pile 4. That's where the trouble comes in at. With this 5 of Cups in reverse, it's where the stagnancy starts sort of churning for you, is when you tell yourself that you are done with someone or something, but then it's so uncomfortable for you to live in that truth. It's so uncomfortable for you to actually be done, to be separated entirely. This pile, higher intelligence, is talking about absolutes, and you need to reach an absolute here, in a sense, pile 4. You need to reach a point where it's like, going back to that example, like, yes, we're done. It'll never be romantic again. We'll never be in a relationship again, but I do love them and I do want them in my life as a friend because I miss some part of them, or they make me laugh, they give me great advice, or they are an amazing support system for me, even though romantically it didn't work out. Higher intelligence is saying that's perfectly fine, but do not lie to yourself and make it about something else. Admit to yourself that there's a reluctance within you that says, I don't want to let go entirely of whatever this may be. I don't want to never speak to them again, or whatever this could be. Could be a family member or a job or a lifestyle. For example, take social media. You don't have to go cold turkey. Maybe for you, there is something that you love about being active up there every once in a while. Don't cut yourself off entirely if you are finding difficulty doing it. If it's not a decision that you can find peace with, then don't force yourself right now. Because let me say this to you, pile 4, you may try to force yourself to be done with something like social media, for example, and end up missing out on an opportunity or something mind-blowing or life-altering because you think that this is how it should be. Because you think, like, you know what, if I'm truly woke and if I'm truly spiritual, this is just an example, then I shouldn't be on social media as much, when it's like, maybe you truly enjoy it. There's nothing wrong with it if you truly enjoy it. You know, be in your truth, stand in your truth, and stand by your choice, and stand by what makes you happy, even if other people don't get it, even if a part of yourself is like, I shouldn't be doing this. Really dive into why you feel as though it's wrong for you to like the things or enjoy the things that you do. Really think about that, because there's something like off about your emotional reflectors here. I guess I don't think that's a thing, but it's almost as if like it's almost as if like your heart or soul had a mirror and it's not reflecting back to you what you're actually feeling. It's like something's off here. Don't do something because you think that that's how it should be done. Because maybe you think you shouldn't be on social media versus giving yourself some emotional discipline and setting some boundaries. You know, maybe it's like, well, I won't go on social media like an hour before bed or something like that. Like, maybe you just need to set boundaries. Maybe you don't have to go cold turkey with something. But what you do need an absolute with is like deciding, do you want something in your life or not? That's the only thing that you really need to absolutely decide on. But don't think that everything has to be so permanent and unchanging. You know, this is your life. You are the director of it. You decide what works for you, and do what feels natural, not what you think you should do. Do what feels natural. Don't do what you have been assigned to do, because that's not natural. Stop torturing yourself emotionally, pile 4. That's the advice from higher guidance coming through extremely strong for you, is stop emotionally putting so much pressure on yourself. You can be very strict on yourself, and the universe wants you to go a bit easier on you, to not be so like heavy on yourself, like don't do this, do that. It's like higher guidance doesn't want that for you. As well as too, there's something with distance here. There's something with the distance here coming through. It could be emotional distance, but it feels like physical distance, travel, something like that could be coming up for some of you guys in the near future. I know we're in a pandemic, but all of life has not stopped for everyone. Life is still moving, and there could be some travel coming up for some of you guys in the near future, for sure. This world card right here just feels like an opportunity of some sort coming to you. It feels like an opportunity coming to you that may make you a little bit uncomfortable for some reason. Let's see, your oracle cards that we have here is, the very first one is Whispers, okay. And then we have Color. All right. So with Whispers and Color, pile 4, are you clairvoyant? We have clairaudience and clairvoyant abilities here. I'm also getting the sense that your senses are extremely lucid. So some of you can actually hear colors or see sound. And that makes sense because I was picking up that feeling earlier that you really try to do what you think is best instead of doing what feels best for you. And my empathic sensitives, people who have opened the door to their spiritual gifts, because we all have them, but not all of us recognize them or exercise them regularly. But spiritually gifted people sometimes struggle with knowing what's the right direction or the next step to take, because we can hear and sense so much more than just our own voice. We can also pick up on ancestors, angels, guides, deities, spirits that are all trying to give us advice, and it can bombard us from time to time and almost confuse us if we don't know how to categorize information when necessary, if we don't know how to metabolize it correctly in an organized way. So I see you really wanting to make the right moves and decisions and putting a lot of pressure on yourself to handle things correctly, because you don't want to risk your advancement and growth, but you will not do that, pile 4. You're not risking anything. All that's needed is to ask yourself, what do you feel? What do you feel versus what do you feel is right? Right and wrong can be so difficult to determine. So don't focus on what's right and wrong for you. Focus on what feels right versus wrong for you. Okay, so with you guys, I definitely have to pull a couple of relationship cards here, because with this 5 of Cups here, the very first thing that I got was like, are you guys kind of done with a relationship, but you're still kind of entertaining the person? So let's see. Let's see, pile 4. You have express yourself more clearly. Yeah, like I was saying, really come to a consensus on what it is that you want. Like, really figure that out in your head. Do you want to be done or not? And then express that, so that the way it's not. Then we have watching and waiting. Okay. Let's just get one more. Then we have here, just for you. Looks like a message. And underneath the deck, we have curious about you. Okay. I feel like there is a little bit of confusion maybe around some sort of a relationship for some of you. With this express yourself more clearly, somebody's watching and waiting, like wondering like, what are we doing here? This kind of sounds like a what are we doing here with this watching and waiting card, just for you, and curious about you. Somebody's really wondering like what's going on in your head. What are you feeling? What do you want to do with our future? How do you want to play this moving forward? Are we truly done, or are we staying in each other's lives? Because this other party over here, with you guys still keeping in touch, if that's what's going on in your own personal life, they're definitely wondering like, are we going to make something out of this, or is this just going to, because they may be this may be difficult for them to kind of hang on. It may be kind of difficult. That may be something that you guys need to talk about. Let me just flip a couple of romance cards here just to see. Okay, so we have very first card. It is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. And then we have unrequited love. Exactly. That's what I was talking about. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. That's exactly what I was picking up. Yeah, you guys might really need to express that. And then underneath the deck, we have children. Your love life is being affected by children. So this could be somebody's like maturity level, or it could be like literal physical children in the relationship that's kind of affecting things. But yeah, there's definitely, like I was talking about, you guys, there's like something here where it's like the romance is gone, the chemistry is gone, the attraction is gone, whatever brought you guys together in the first place is gone. But for whatever reason, somebody is still kind of holding on here. And you just need to express yourself more clearly and say like, yeah, we're completely done. There's never a chance that we're going to be together like we once were, or there's never a chance that we're going to be best friends like we used to be. But you know, I do want to keep you in my life. I don't want to just completely burn that bridge or close that door on you, you know, but you're going to need to express that clearly, because somebody is watching and waiting, and they're wondering, they're very curious. They're really wondering what it is that you're feeling. Let's just get a couple of chakra cards here, because I've been doing it for every pile, even though I really don't feel like we need it for, look at this, we have bittersweet with the throat chakra card, bittersweet, and this is all about having that conversation, that difficult conversation that you need to have. Next card that we have, facade. You guys see this? Yeah, this is kind of like, this isn't real. It's not real. There's something that needs to be definitely cleared up here. Underneath the deck, we have impartiality. Make a decision, pile 4. You're going to have to make a decision. You're going to have to make a decision. For sure. For sure. You guys see this? All right, let's get a couple of cards from your angels, a couple of messages from them, see what they have to say. We have, you are safe, Archangel Michael. I'm protecting you against lower energies and guarding you, your loved ones, and home. And then we have here, breathe. Archangel Raphael, take several deep breaths and exhale slowly to awaken your energy and to release old patterns. So this could be a pattern that you guys are in. It could be some sort of like a karmic cycle or loop that you're kind of stuck in, and you kind of need to get out of it. Then we have here, divine order. Archangel Raguel, everything is how it needs to be right now. Look past the illusion and see underlying order. Yeah, like I was saying, if things feel right to you, like maybe you don't want to be in a relationship with someone, but maybe you want them in your life. Just for an example, maybe you just want them in your life. That is your divine order, pile 4. That is what works for you, pile 4. So don't be afraid about expressing that clearly and saying like, listen, I'm not interested in anything romantic. Like, don't string someone along if that's what's happening. Because whoever this is, they're kind of waiting. They're waiting in the background for you with this just for you card right here. They're waiting. And then we have watching and waiting. They're waiting for you. And they're really hoping that you kind of decide to give this thing a shot. But you're just going to need to be honest with them and let them know, like, there's no chance here. You know, this person's kind of waiting on that one little chance. And this might not be romantic. It could be a job. It could be family that's waiting to have a conversation with you or waiting for you to forgive them or something like that. But you're going to have to keep it real and be like, listen, I'm just not there. I'm not there. And that's really what higher intelligence wants to come in and say for you, is to kind of release this pattern here, because there is some sort of a pattern that needs to be released. Like I said with the universe card, that was one of the first things that I said in your pile was you're at the end of this chapter, but you're just sitting there. You're just sitting at the edge of this chapter. You're not closing it off. So close it off by being clearly expressing yourself and having that difficult conversation. Okay, pile 4. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in. This is all that I'm seeing for my pile 4s. Let me take this time to thank your beautiful guides, my beautiful guides, our higher self, amazing spirit for these messages. Hopefully you all come back to visit sometime soon. But until next time, stay safe, stay blessed, and keep conquering the world. Bye, guys. All right, in pile number 5, welcome to your reading. So we're going to be starting off with your tarot cards before getting to your oracle cards to hear the guidance or directions or advice that higher intelligence has for you today. So the very first card that we're going to be starting off with, wow, is the Ten of Swords in reverse. Okay. Yeah, there is. Wow. First message to you, pile 5, is things will not get any worse. They will not get any worse. The worst is behind you. The worst you have survived. And you should be proud of yourself for making it through this energy. This energy just like hit me like a ton of bricks. You should be very proud of yourself for getting through this. This was not easy. And there's a lot of energy coming off this Ten of Swords in reverse, but the worst is behind you. Next card that we have here is the Knight of Pentacles. Okay. Yeah. Your feelings and depth of emotion is coming back. For many of my pile fives, have suffered from feelings of numbness for a while, which is, in my opinion, one of the most difficult things to survive as a living being. Because we are living beings, we are alive. That means life is pumping through us. And to not be able to feel that is hell, in my opinion. I've been there before. 4 years ago, I did not think I would or could survive that. So please take a moment to be proud of yourself for surviving what you have survived. Higher intelligence is coming through and is saying, pile 5, you were asked and tasked with such a heavy proposition. Spirit asked you to hold on and to not give up a long time ago, and to have faith, to keep the faith. And sometimes that's the hardest thing to do, is just to hold on to our faith. And many of you couldn't even return that promise to Spirit because you weren't sure how much you could take or if you could make it through, but you did. Higher intelligence doesn't have much guidance for you today because it just wants to come in just simply to say thank you. And it's crazy too, because I was not going to do 5 piles for this reading. And I asked, and like my guides came through heavy and was like, no, you have to do this 5th pile. You have to do this 5th pile. And it's interesting why, now that I'm looking at it, is like, okay, so this is the message for my pile 5s here, is basically they don't have a lot of guidance here for you. They just want to say thank you. They just want to say good job. It just wants to say thank you for trusting in us, for trusting in Spirit and the universe and in yourself. Thank you for not giving up. Thank you for giving it your all just to stay in the game. And what's coming to you is security. Such security that it's like this reinforced safety net, but it's one that can never get snatched away from you or cut or damaged ever again, because this will be yours. And anything that is yours, anything that is given to you by the Most High, cannot be taken away by any force that exists, because nothing is higher than the Most High. And even if Spirit wouldn't take this from you, then who the fuck can? So there's so much security and permanence pouring in for you, and the places that you have felt tossed around, thrown around, forgotten, abandoned, neglected, misused, mistreated, trampled over on will never happen to you again. And Spirit is able to say this will not be a part of your story moving forward. There's a lot for you to look forward to, pile 5, that the universe is saying, we don't want to guide you. We want you to decide what you do with what's coming in, because you've waited and have been so patient when it came to your turn. So your time is definitely here, pile 5. Knight of Pentacles moves quite slow. He moves very, very slowly, but what he brings with him is so worth the wait. It's like waiting on the main act to hit the stage at a concert. There's all these other little like small performances that most people didn't pay to see, but we wait through these other performances because the main act is so worth it. And you've had to wait through a lot of bullshit performances that you didn't ask for or pay for, but you dealt with it anyways. You took it on anyways. You paid the price anyways. People overlook that kind of sacrifice, but the universe never does. Ever, ever, ever. So you are definitely going to be rewarded for the simple fact that you waited and dealt with a lot of things that weren't yours to deal with. It really wasn't yours to deal with. Oracle card that we have here is, you guys see this? We have Enlightenment. Gorgeous card too. You did a lot of transmuting during this time, pile 5, but I'm not picking you up. I'm picking up a lot of generational ancestral karma that you had to pay for, that you had to transmute. A lot of this was not your karma, pile 5. Enlightenment is paving the way for you to access a different way of living, a different type of life. In order for you to live the life that you deserve, the scales of the past had to be balanced. Is it fair? I can't answer that because I am not God, and I don't know how the Most High determines what is fair and deserving of us and what isn't. But what I can say now for you, coming through from your higher intelligence, is that what you are about to reap because of the seeds that you sowed with your sacrifices is so much more than what you lost or gave up or what was taken from you. Love keeps coming through in this pile as well. I'm going to flip a couple of romance cards here because I keep hearing like you had to kiss a couple of frogs to get to your prince or your princess or whatever. And I don't know, but it's hilarious to me. So I'm going to flip a couple of romance cards here, but there was a lot of karma balanced because of the things that you went through. A lot of karma got balanced, and we don't manifest people's actions towards us. We do not manifest people's actions towards us. We manifest everything around us except for people and their actions. That is entirely up to people. That is entirely up to them. But you've probably asked yourself a lot and God many times, why did this happen to me? What did I do? You've probably even asked other people in your life that have hurt you, what did I do to deserve this? Nothing, pile 5. And it sucks that that's the way that things happen sometimes, or that's the way that things have to go. I've been there, but what you have coming to you is so much more than you've lost. Believe me when I say that. And if you can't believe me right now, you're going to see it very soon. Let me flip a couple of relationship cards for you guys. Let's just see what we've got going on here. We have codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. Like I said, there was some numbness that I picked up here. There was definitely some numbness that I picked up here earlier on in your reading. And I picked up the fact that it's like your emotions are getting reinstated. It's like you're starting to feel your emotions again. And these emotions are kind of like flooding back in. So it may be a lot right now. Look at that. But this is what I was talking about. New love. It says a new person has stirred your romantic feelings. Let's see, underneath the deck, we have it is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. I just kind of want one more. Let me just get one more, you guys. Because I really did feel like love was just coming through. Then we have here trust. The situation is calling for you to have faith. Have faith. I know some of you, it's difficult for you to have faith right now because maybe you've kissed a few frogs, you know, maybe you've dealt with some painful experiences and you're just really not sure. Heart-to-heart conversations underneath the deck. Honestly, discuss your feelings with each other. You know, you may not be really sure if this is something that's happening for you, but it is. Let me get some more relationship cards. Just a couple more. Be patient. A lot of divine timing with you guys. And then we have, look at that, nearby though. Something is nearby. I'm telling you guys, I feel something coming in for you in terms of love. I don't know why. If you're already in a relationship, then ignore that. Ignore that part of the message. And then underneath the deck, we have speak up. Interesting. So some of you may need to kind of put yourself out there, or when somebody comes and asks you out on a date, go for it. If they ask you for your number, take them up on the offer, give them your number, you know, like speak up, put yourself out there. If somebody is seeming like if someone is interested in you, then take them up on their offer. Let's get some, actually no, let me first shuffle these chakra cards here. Just get a couple. We have solar plexus, enlightenment. Yeah, like I said, there was a lot that you had to transmute, and there was a lot that as well that you probably learned about people and relationships. Then we have impatience. So some of my pile 5s are just like, where are my blessings? Where is this person? There is so much that I want. And then we also have the guilt card that fell out with the sacral chakra here. So some of you have some, like I said, you have some karma that you're kind of paying for. Look what's underneath the deck, you guys. You see that? Abundance, solar plexus chakra. As well as if you're working with any deities that like the color yellow, or if you're working with any deities that have to do with heart chakra, I just heard solar plexus chakra, maybe like their favorite color is like gold, or maybe they represent the sun, something like that. Keep working with these energies, with these deities. Keep working with them. It's working. Whatever you're doing, it's working. Don't stop. But especially if there is an energy that particularly likes yellow, a deity or something, a god, a goddess, something like that, definitely keep working with them. They're kind of coming through right now. Let's get a few messages from your angel cards here as well. guilt down here too with the sacral chakra is telling me that some of you it may be difficult for you to receive. It may be difficult for you to receive blessings, compliments, things like that. So really work on your sacral chakra. Sacral chakra is the area, it's right beneath the belly button, but that's the area it's the energy center that helps us to accept blessings, that helps us to accept, that helps us to receive, things like that. So definitely work on that sacral chakra, because that's what I'm picking up with this guilt card here, is like some of you feel like you're not supposed to accept a lot of abundance. It may be a little bit difficult for you because you're so not used to things working out for you. But like I said, your tides are turning. You're about to receive a lot more than what you lost. And then we have the abundance card right here. Let's see. We have, look. Do you guys believe me yet? Gifts from God. Archangel Sandalphon, we angels bring you gifts from your creator. Open your arms to receive. Like I was just picking up with the sacral chakra card, you may have difficulties with receiving. And we have gifts from God. You guys have so much on the way, pile 5. I'm not playing games here. The universe ain't playing games with you neither. Then we have spiritual understanding, just like this enlightenment card. And oh wow, we have an enlightenment card right here too. I didn't even notice that. Oh, wow. There was a lot that you had to understand, that you had to learn, and you've learned it. You've learned a lot, even if it didn't feel like it, even if it felt like you were getting beat up for like the last couple of years, you have learned so much. Archangel Raziel, I am bringing you esoteric information and symbols and helping you understand spiritual truths. Some of you may even be healers as well. You may be in that practice. This does kind of feel like my healing pile. And underneath the deck with angel messages we have here, breathe. Archangel Raphael, take several deep breaths and exhale slowly to awaken your energy and to release old patterns. Okay, so pile 5, you guys, like, I am excited for you because there's a lot here that's coming in. Like I was picking up, you guys saw me shuffle the cards. For those of you that like proof that I'm not picking cards, you saw me shuffle the damn cards. Y'all have a lot of stuff coming in. You have a lot coming in right now. And for sure, everything that you've gone through has been to elevate you in a way where there's a lot of people out here with a lot of material prosperity, a lot of material abundance, and they have no clue how to appreciate it. They have no clue. A lot of people are out here thinking that they were the ones that accumulated all these blessings, and it's like, no, there's other factors. Like, yeah, we have a lot to do with it, but there's other factors like your ancestors, your angels, your spirit, your guides, your higher self. There's a lot of other factors playing into the things that we receive in our life. And there's a lot of people out here with material abundance that have zero appreciation for the things that they have. They have more of an entitlement where they are just like, I deserve this. And it's not from like a good place. It's from a place of ego. With you, pile 5, you are coming into a place where you have to learn how to feel deserving. And the universe sees the sweetness in that. It sees the sweetness in you. It sees the goodness in your heart. And it is saying like, you are someone that deserves so much material abundance, because you're going to recognize that, yes, this came from me and this came from a lot of my sacrifices, but this also came from a very loving higher power. This also came from my angels, from my ancestors, from my guides. This was bled for, this took blood, sweat, and tears to get here. So there's going to be a lot of appreciation, and there's nothing that the universe loves more than appreciation and gratitude. Nothing that the universe loves more. And you are somebody that can easily recognize that. So there's so much coming to you, pile 5, and it's beautiful. Literally just open your arms to receive it, because there's a lot coming in. Like where did it say that? Gifts from God. Yeah, we angels bring you gifts from your creator. Open your arms to receive. A lot coming in. But this is all that I'm seeing for my pile 5s. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I do pray this reading brought you guys love, support, clarity, and strength. Let me take this time to thank your beautiful guides, my beautiful guides, our higher self, amazing spirit, for these messages. Hope you all come back to visit sometime soon. But until next time, you guys stay safe, stay blessed, and keep conquering the world. Bye, guys.